bloody postcard. Funny thing is, I used to be a freelance journalist, but I always dreamt of being a war correspondent. Now, I'm only meters away from some of the worst names in international terrorism, and I don't even have a pen. I haven't had anything to read for the last 6 months, except for the Quran. Oh, don't get me wrong, it's an interesting book. It's just once in a while I'd like to see a newspaper or a lawyer. But you don't want to hear about my problems. You want to hear about Fitz Bunny. I think I first realized I was in hell when she started talking about Mashabo, the great hare, and Kalulu the trickster, and Omatichi, king of the drunken bunnies, all rabbits, all gods. She said it had been a long time since rabbits had had this much respect. Too long. And she intended on doing something about it.
That was over 1,000 years ago. It's not easy for a body in this world to know. There's hunters and guns, poisons and traps, and an evil flesh-eating virus that'll make your intestines collapse. It's not easy for a body in this world.
It's not easy for a bunny, honey.
When you're born falling at night and living in clouds.
It's not easy for a bunny, honey.
There's so many things in this world that will kill you before you can sound.
They will give you and give it, bunny.
When I never gave in, I accepted the fight. I kicked and I bit and I scratched and I cut and I tore it into the night. It's not easy for a bunny in this world.
In this world.
When you're small, cute and furry, and face harsh reality, there's many sweet skills to prevent your mortality. Like learning jujitsu, or to handle a gun, or something non-violent, or less violent, or it's not easy for a bunny in this world.
Evil bunny, evil bunny.
It's not easy for a bunny in this
Evil bunny, evil bunny. Evil bunny, evil bunny. Evil bunny, evil bunny. Evil bunny, evil bunny. Evil bunny. Fitz Bunny, the basics. Yes, she's pink. Yes, she's a bunny. And yes, she's only 2 foot tall. I know she seems taller, but it's an optical illusion. Nothing to do with charisma. She's just closer than you think. If you can accept that, it's going to make the next hour a lot easier. Excuse me, it's Rick, isn't it?
Yeah, cappuccino or latte?
I'm Alex Kincaid, a reporter. I'm looking for Fitz Bunny.
Sorry, can't help you there.
But you were her manager.
Look, I haven't seen her since the press conference.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, the press conference where a reporter stood up.
Yes.
Yeah, a blonde reporter dressed in blue with a notebook and said, "What's a rabbit doing releasing pop songs?"
Good question.
Remember what Fitz called her? Oh, sorry, what was...
A small-minded, tall poppy, petty, bourgeois bumbiter.
Yeah, that was it. Anyway, Fitz throws a taxi, jumps on the next plane to Melbourne, and I'm out of a job.
So you haven't heard from her since?
No. Oh, but but she did send me one of her new demos. She's been exploring a new musical direction, or else taking lots of very strong drugs, it's hard to tell. She calls it Watership Down Death Wagon. I've been using it to kill cockroaches.
Look, I understand you're still mad at me, but I need to find her. Oh, hell. I'm at the end of the line here. I'm writing car ads for City Life and articles for the Wellingtonian about local celebrities and their favourite key rings. I'm not at a good place in my career right now. And I'm good, you know? I want to be a war correspondent. I want to wear a flak jacket and come live from Tel Aviv and maybe get shot at once in a while. Not directly, of course, just overhead. And Fitz, funny is...
Bad news.
Yes.
The textbook sociopath.
Yes.
A good story.
Yes, you understand. I need to find her. I need to write about violence, then write about politics, then combine the two and write about war. And since that Khaleesi virus outbreak at Tauranga...
What do you know about that?
It was in the newspaper. A rabbit burrow was wiped out. I thought, what with this being a rabbit? She might have a good quote.
A quote? Yeah. You're lucky she's in Australia. Forget about being in the same room. You don't want to be in the same country when she finds out about that.
Bastard, bastard, bastard custom!
It's part of a stage act. The biohazard label doesn't mean it's radioactive. We just keep it in a box that used to have something radioactive in it. Okay, so we brought it from the Syrian army. Well, it's called free trade. Doesn't anyone listen to that wimp from Coldplay? Hi, Rick. How's the bean business?
Fitz, nice to see you.
Sorry about the band.
Yeah.
I was exploring some artistic opportunities that appear to have blown up in my face somewhat. Have you got somewhere I could hide for a couple of days?
Just look, Fitz, I don't know if you've heard, but I'm afraid there's been some bad news from your borough.
Ah, how are the old Tauranga terrors? How's O'Brien and Tracy?
You haven't heard.
Heard what?
They're dead. Yeah, got a call a few days ago. Seems some farmers got hold of a Khaleesi virus sample and... wasn't pretty.
Dead?
Yeah, dead. Well, quite a lot of them. Everyone.
Brian's dead!
Yeah, Brian's dead.
Oh no, not Brian!
Yeah, right so.
No, Tracy!
Yeah.
Cheryl!
Yeah.
Maynard!
Mm-hmm.
Quentin!
Yeah.
Kishoki!
Well, yeah.
People!
They're all dead. Ah, Bobby made it!
Bobby made it?
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, I was thinking Trevor.
Trevor's alive!
No. Sorry. Don't know why I said that. Probably to take your mind off the horror. Or...
Revenge!
Oh, no, Fitz, please not in front of the customers. Some of them are easy.
Revenge! This means war.
Oh yes? What kind of war?
Oh, something terrible! With things going boom! And clouds of dust! And planes going shoo! And fire reflected in the uncomprehending eyes of children! And people lying under rubble, going, ow! And why? And oh! And everything!
So nothing definite, just you against the world.
Alex, don't encourage her. She's got very strong actualization skills.
Come on, Rick, this is pathetic. She wouldn't make the what's on section in the Capital Times with a plan like that. Where's the strategy? Where's the truth? Look, instead of war, which, let's face it, one rabbit against the entire New Zealand army? Not good odds. Why not focus on something more practical, like a protest?
What? Like a revolution?
No, you're overreaching. You need something simple, something that will get people's attention, like a petition.
A petition?
Yes.
Does it hurt?
It hurts with words.
Could I deliver it in a way that hurts?
Haven't you heard? The pen is mightier than the sword.
I tested that once, it's rubbish. No, this is peacenik talk, designed to stymie my lacerating.
No! Think about it. You could get a law change that bans Khaleesi virus. This is great. This could be just like the civil rights movement. You could save the lives of... How many rabbits are there in New Zealand?
Millions.
Millions of rabbits.
A petition. I'll need help with the forms. Sticking on stamps, that kind of thing.
Okay, I suppose. As long as I can write about it.
Deal. You'd have to be.
Nice. You kiss your mother with that mouth?
No, she's dead. Both my parents are dead. They were put in a pie.
I'm sorry.
If I had your ass, I'd be sorry too.
Can we sign?
This isn't your film, bully.
Is it political? We're very interested in politics.
No offense, Shriek, but I doubt you'd be interested.
Well, you'd be surprised what we find interesting.
Export-orientated production. That's interesting. Monetary policy. Can't get enough of it.
The new China. How do you think the opening up of China will affect New Zealand's trade infrastructure?
You shit! Why do you care?
Discounting the opinions of the bourgeoisie. I can see the rights aren't on the menu here.
Listen, honey. Just because we stand around in the field all day doesn't mean we're not politically conscious. And I hope you're vegetarian. Because one day, soon, riots!
What are you rebelling against? You're in a field. What are you going to do? Turn your plowshares into swords?
They're bluffing. I bet they can't even open the gate.
Working on it!
Let's get some signatures. You know, for a species who keep appearing in religious metaphors, you're not really very nice.
Nice! The Bolsheviks! They're so red they look like elephant tampons.
Your ruler day, you called me an elephant tampon, Fritz Bunny!
Who are you? How did you get past Parliament security?
I hit better than them in nuts.
Just made an appointment?
I knew that. Anyway, you a minister?
Yes, I'm a minister.
I don't care. Here's 300,000 signatures. Now stop counting the bunnies.
Don't worry about what it says on the box. It doesn't actually contain uranium. When you say bunnies, you mean rabbits?
Yes, rabbits.
But we have to kill the rabbits.
What?
They're a biohazard. Wait a minute. Enderby, could you come in here, please? Enderby, could you please tell these nice people why we have to kill the rabbits?
Of course. Well, they cover 55% of the country. They do millions of dollars in damage. If we didn't kill the rabbits, in 20 years' time, the South Island would be uninhabitable.
You're a hedgehog. What?
Envy. Why do we pay you in earthworms?
I know fishing a lot.
Vince, I think you're getting distracted from the point of our visit.
I'll deal with you later, Tiggy Winkle.
Look, I appreciate you've gone to a lot of effort to collect these signatures, but I can't help you. Look at these surnames. Buddy. Friends of yours? Family? Are they registered voters or just a special interest group?
Of course we're a special interest group. We're specially interested in not being turned into pies.
The average voter isn't being turned into a pie, and I don't think this represents the average voter. Unless we control you, you'll destroy the country. It's not nice, but it's a fact.
Oh, we'll destroy the country. Excuse me? I forgot what a great job you humans are doing of running the planet. You think you're so great with your abstract reasoning and your opposable thumbs? Well, I've got news for you, monkey girl. You and your species are toast. You'll blow yourselves up eventually. We just have to wait.
You'll have to excuse her. She's been a bit upset lately. There's been several thousand deaths in the family recently.
Wait! Can I come too?
Yes, baby.
I'm sorry, Minister, but I've been living a lie. I was only working here because I thought I could make a difference. You know, maybe influence some legislation. You see, there was a highway expansion some years ago. My parents felt they were crossing the road.
I think I understand.
But you see, the thing is, it's a human system with human rules. And we can't change that. Why, we haven't any power. We haven't any rights. We can't even vote.
I've had some ideas.
And now to the issue of this ludicrous rabbit enfranchisement bill. Well, where will it end? Look, if we give rabbits the vote, why not give sheep the vote? If we give sheep the vote, why not cattle? And if we give cattle the vote, why not women? They do! Since when?
Who were here before the cattle and the sheep? The bunnies. Who were here before the Irish and the Greek?
The bunnies.
Who were here before the possum? Here before the horse? Here before the pine tree? And here before the gorse? Who were here before rubella and the flu?
The bunnies.
You know it's true. Refer to kiwi, it's very brown and small. Here's a jar of Marmite, and here's a rugby ball. New Zealand's pretty great. And if you've got a minute, I'll gladly demonstrate. Flopsy, Miffy, Bun, let's play.
The bunnies. Rugby, there's 50 signs. They shoot a lot of gold ball that's made out of the pine. New Zealand's pretty keen. Walk around the countryside and see just what we need.
I love the countryside, you know.
There's a vegetarian, there's a power shell.
When we leave Australia, we know we've done quite well. New Zealand
is divine. Here's a macrocarpentry and this one is a
We're 1,400 kilometers long, 900 kilometers wide. Australia is on our left, America's other side. Antarctica is below us, and Tonga is above.
and that is the location of the country that I love.
Fix up my office. It looks like a hatch. We're expecting company girls. Miffy, where's my golden fits?
Eyes, cheek, ears, cheek, teeth, cheek, tail. Not looking too evil.
Well now, isn't this nice? Prime Minister and donkey?
Donkey!
Right. Of course. Sorry I couldn't see you separately. I thought it wouldn't be a fair fight otherwise. No, as you know, I represent a large, furry, untapped voters bloc. And we have one question for you before deciding which party gets our vote. Ready? Rabbit Khaleesi virus. What are you going to do about it? Ban it.
No, we already banned it!
Ban it more. Doesn't seem to have worked though. People keep importing it. You never caught those farmers who released it in Cromwell. Or Hawke's Bay. Some say the Australian government was behind that. And that farm in Tauranga?
What? Farm in Tauranga?
Right. Sorry for wasting your time. I don't think either of your parties can give the Reddits of New Zealand what they really want.
Looks like you just have to start your own party. Oh no, you couldn't. You need candidates for all the electorates.
Well, we do cover 55% of the country.
You need a leader. Oh no. You need 500 party members or registered voters.
Really? How many registered Reddit voters do we have?
20 million.
We may need some more forms. And you two should probably start campaigning. Or at least thinking up an excuse to give the other humans when we kick you out of Parliament in November. See you with the ballots. I think we'll call it the Rabbit Party. It's simple and straightforward. Very little ambiguity there. Unless you're expecting one of those balloon and cake affairs.
Oh.
To the Rabbit Party!
The Rabbit Party. Fitz, don't you think you've made your point? You've already achieved so much for a bunny.
What's the matter, Alex? Getting cold feet? Scared of witnessing a little history? You're going to be right there with your biro, you know. Go on. Say it with me.
No, I can't.
Come on.
Pulitzer.
Good girl. Really? How would you like to be my campaign manager? Should be a simple enough job, even for a hedgehog.
Okay.
Flopsy, Miffy, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Justice.
Rather.
Right, I'm gonna go and pick out a nice dress for the inauguration.
I'd just like to say that I'm actually a rabbit. I've always been a rabbit.
He's flying like more rabbit than Hilly would be.
We're coming to you live with Fitz Bunny's press secretary, Alex Kincaid, credited with coming up with the campaign slogan, Spread the Pink. Yes, I did think that one through properly. Alex, do you wish to comment on the emergence of Fitz's Interpol dossier, which documents her career as an arms manufacturer, seditionist, sporker, and vegetable fetishist? You missed out Plasticaster. What is a Plasticaster? Can't tell you on TV, it's too rude. Do you see the Rabbit Party's success as a triumph for the underdog? No, I see it as a sign of the apocalypse. No one seems to have noticed that Fitz is a 2-foot-tall pink bunny with a Napoleonic complex and an ego the size of Norway. Good singing voice, though. Did you hear what I said? She's a rabbit! Has no one noticed this? Hello? Well, here's the returning officer. Good luck, Alex Kincaid. Don't say I didn't warn you.
And now for the final election results. The National Party, 889 939,813 votes. The Labour Party, 935,319 votes. The Rabbit Party, 20,148,512 votes.
I hope that doesn't go to her head.
I always knew I'd make it. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how. This is a new beginning now. I'll tell you how. There's great consistency in my sanity because I'm awesome. So awesome, I can't even believe how awesome it is to be me and how much it must sound to me. Now I know that awesome is my destiny. Even it's written dictionary under awesomeness pictures of me. I'm making history. Me, me, me,
Right. This looks good. It looks workable. It looks
Credible?
credible. It almost looks like the office of a head of a functioning democracy.
I thought we were a functioning democracy.
There's 120 rabbits next door debating carrot standardization. Not quite what the Greeks had in mind. Has anyone talked about cones yet?
Hello, Alex. Hello, Witherby. Now I know what you're thinking. With my extrovert personality and this sudden rush of power, things are soon going to get a little bit messy. Don't worry, it's small steps for now. For example, I thought this morning we'd sort out land reparations.
Land reparations. You mean treaty issues?
No, these predate the treaty. I'm talking about compensation to bunnies for land stolen by humans. What? Oh, I've designed a fair solution. Because we rabbits are quite small, we only want the first 3 feet.
Of the coastline?
No, above the ground. Above that is still yours. But if you have any roads or buildings or chattels. Thanks, Bun Bun. We will be charging rent. And if you're walking around, you will have to wear stilts. Yes, government issued stilts. So every man, woman, and child is above rabbit territory.
Well, it's a brilliant plan, Fitz. But when you talk about humans stealing rabbit land, you do realise we got here first.
Oh, did you?
Yes! You're not Tangata Whenua, you're an introduced species, and we introduced you.
I see you've never heard the legend of Umara Piti.
Umara Piti.
Philosophy, Mippy, Bun. What about Umara Piti in any history book? Under either blow or rod, if you can look. We're proud of our history, we know that's true. So why should we waste our breath explaining it to you? We know
wanted to say, so many things that I wanted to say today. Just because it's in the music doesn't mean it's not bullets.
We kept it together for a fortnight without anyone getting killed. It was terrifying. Fitz was still playing by human rules, even if she was making them up as she went along. The UN was getting nervous, and the Americans were making noises. It was never supposed to get this far. All I wanted was a story. I don't think I can do this for much longer. I mean, she's mad.
Or a genius.
No. Why do you put up with it?
Well, put up with what?
The shouting, the tantrums, the personal abuse. She never gets your name right. Have you noticed that?
Well, she's Prime Minister. I'm sure she's got far more important things to do than get my name right.
Anyway, you're the only one she ever talks to apart from me and Laura Betts. 2 weeks into her administration, we're practically in a siege situation. Us and the sane world. She's got the same grasp on reality as Hugh Hefner, just different kinds of bunnies.
Well, she does have her funny little ways.
Come on, she's a loony!
Don't say that about her, I love
Well, that was a bit of a giveaway.
I can't help it. I know she's certifiable, but I love her.
Can your ears hear what your mouth is saying?
Okay. Maybe that was a bit strong, but you know. I like her. I think I kind of like her.
Envy, there's no music.
And hopefully one day, if love will find a way, then maybe she will kind of like me too.
What was that?
Well, you know, I thought I could have my own musical numbers.
Yeah, unless you get an accompaniment, it's really not that big in the general scheme of things.
Well, have you tried it?
Me? No, I don't have anything to sing about.
Oh, go on. Make something up.
Well, I did lose my pen. I think I love my pen. It feels like only yesterday I had a pack of cat. My pen, I've lost my pen again. It's such a bore, I have no more. I'll have to go to my store again. Once again. Let's pretend that never happened.
Okay.
We're so glad you want to reestablish ounces. Finally, your country has an administration willing to embrace the freedom.
Rubber!
Dude, kicks free right on lips.
Yeah, super!
Dude, twist. Freeze into a sex pretzel smeared with man mustard.
Thanks! I get the idea.
Oh, I love freedom.
Oh, so do we.
Oh, not in a gay way.
Of course not.
No. I love freedom in a manly way. Go on, feel my muscles. Yeah. I have to tell you this, Prime Minister. My country loves your country.
Oh,
Oh, nothing to do with bottom sex.
I understand.
No. As a token of our love, deeply straight love, we would like for you to look after some of our nuclear weapons.
It would be an honor.
Well, we'll just leave some of them in the harbor on our warship. Sorry. Our floating freedom fortresses. And the next time we swing by, we might just pick them up and leave us some nearby terrorists.
That's fine by me.
Actually, I brought one along, just in case you said yes. Always come with at least one.
Bloody hell! Is that a Megaton Class B-83?
Sorry, bye, you got there, Prime Minister.
Can I touch it?
Well, sure you can. Just sign here.
This is the happiest moment of my life.
Oh, yeah. No, don't forget the button.
The button.
Yeah. Better put it somewhere safe, because you don't want to press it.
But it's so shiny.
Yeah, but you don't want to press it.
Oh, but I do.
No, but you really don't want to press it.
Why? Is there a fine or something?
No, it makes the missile explode.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it. It's the button.
Yeah, the button.
I'll just put it on my desk. Because it would be terrible if somebody accidentally sat on it.
Yeah, it would. Well, should be going now. Having my car waxed by the Australian ambassador. It's terrible if anything happened to Australia.
Yes, it would.
We need a few more prisoners. Do you guys have the Geneva Convention here?
Yeah, sorry. They're not on Stewart Island.
Hot damn! Well, ladies, I'll just be going now. I gotta,
Guess what this is?
Is that the prison?
No! It's that!
We're all about to die! It's lovely.
Isn't it beautiful? It's so neat somehow. I'd like to get another and stick it over there for balance. And then another to stick outside the office to show we really mean business. And then another, a dozen, a whole packet!
Packet of what?
Nothing!
Vince, have you seen that message from the Australian Embassy? They're protesting in the strongest possible terms. Do you know what they're on about?
I've probably read the writing on the wall.
Oh. What's that?
It's a coffee machine.
Anyway, the United Nations are on the phone. They want to know what your terms are. Why does it have fins?
It's retro.
Okay then, if it's a coffee machine, let's have some coffee.
What?
You heard me, let's have a nice cup of coffee.
It's not plugged in.
You know, funny thing is, it's got one of those two-prong American...
It's a nuclear missile, isn't it?
Jeez.
It's just a small one.
Who gave it to you?
We
Who gave it to you?
The Americans.
The Americans, right. Well, I'm going to call up the Americans and tell them to take it back.
Oh, it was a present. You can't give back a present. Oh, come on. It's not like I was going to set it off or anything.
If there's a gun in Act 1, it'll go off by Act 3.
What?
Nothing.
Everyone else has got one. Look at North Korea.
If everyone else jumped off a cliff, would you?
It's not fair. You never let me have any fun. I hate you.
Are you okay, Alex? You seem a little bit upset.
insurance. I read the magazine supplement in the Sunday Star Times. I know what you're supposed to do with balsamic vinegar. I've got a Lord Wilson's, goddammit!
I think you need a holiday.
We can't go on holiday. Bits will destroy things. We'll come back and she'll have blown up our Taranaki.
Why does Fitz do that?
She doesn't need a reason. Oh no. What did you do now?
Don't worry, Alex. I just made a few phone calls. I realize, like most hippies, you're uncomfortable around nuclear weaponry. So I've arranged for it to leave as fast as possible.
What did you do?
You know how those economists said it would be great for free trade if Australia and New Zealand were one country? I've just taken one big step towards making that a reality.
You declared war on Australia!
Oh, war. You're so negative, Alex. It's not war. It's just a rather one-sided trade agreement.
We're dead, aren't we?
Well, Yuki, I guess we'll have to say goodbye soon. You see, I have to drop you on Australia. Oh, I don't want to, but I must. You've only been for a short while, but you'll become so much more to me than a high-heeled strategic bomb. You've probably guessed it. The way the light gleams off your steel nose, the iridescent twinkling of your cooling system, and even your silly little beryllium buzzer makes it cool. Yuki, I can't drop you on those filthy Aussies. You're mine forever.
Are you awake?
Yes, I just had a lovely dream. I died and went to hell, but before I could network, the devil kicked me out. Said she didn't need the competition. Where are you? And where am I?
We're coming out now.
Those look really fake.
Shut up! It's the only way we can get into the vet.
The bitch!
Yes, you've only been out a day, but we've got a problem.
Several problems.
Several serious problems. There's been a coup.
Pigeons!
They came out of nowhere. Thousands of them.
Who? The Iranians? Al-Qaeda? It wasn't the exclusive brethren, was it?
Look, we found this down to the speaker's chair.
We've opened the gate there. The sheep! Those horrible bastards!
Their leader is that sheep we met in the field that day, the Bolshevik.
The Alpha Temple!
Yes, he's a self-styled revolutionary leader. Calls himself Che Guevara.
He wants universal suffrage from mutton. He actually wants lamb subsidies to go to the lamb. And rice. Oh yes, lots of rice.
Those cheeky sods!
They're not the most immediate threat. The entire Australian frigate fleet is on its way.
Hooray for the Aussies! They'll save us!
They're not here to save us. They're here to blast into the northern hemisphere. You declared war on them, remember? When the clock strikes 9, we become a crispy atoll.
What about Nuki?
The bomb is still in your office. We don't think the sheep have quite figured out what it is yet. They're not very bright. In fact, if only we could stall for just a small amount of time, maybe they might forget what they were doing in Parliament and wander off.
Boy, a day really is a long time in politics.
We don't have a day. We've got about 10 minutes.
Left, right, move, left, right, when you go left, right. Just, never mind. I'll never work out what it is. Think again, buddy. Hell, listen. Behold the mighty weapon of the future! With this weapon of mass destruction, I shall lead my sheep army to global victory.
You've never seen a nuclear weapon before, have you?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's the ultimate weapon. It can kill millions. Logically, it must be some sort of stick. But not just any stick, a very strong stick. So it doesn't wear out and make that shiny hard stuff humans make fences out of.
Well, it was there, Shay. Say, why don't you go down to the harbour entrance, and when the frigates come rolling in, just wave it at them and see what they do.
They'll wet themselves.
They certainly will.
So perfect. Back down this. I hear a sound coming on.
Oh, I'm gonna use another washing heat!
Alex, call up the Aussies. Tell them to back off. Witherby, tie up Dumbo Tampax here and call the Bellamy chef.
Oh, that's not very nice.
It's a harsh world, and mutton's on the menu. You know, I think I can relax for a bit. I sat on the button, didn't I?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Part of me knew that was going to happen.
We've only just met.
Bugger.
Turns out, it really was a coffee machine. It was a demonstration model cobbled together from a super automatic 3000 espresso maker. You see, there's still 30,000 nuclear weapons out there. Enough to blow up the world 1,000 times. So not all the nukes need to actually work. As long as they look big and scary. Doesn't matter what's on the inside. Not a very positive lesson, really.
Thank you, Miss Kincaid. You've been very cooperative. We will deliberate briefly, then pass our sentence.
Great, I've got a bus to catch. Look, if you're going to sentence Fitz, you know, go easy on her. She's evil, but I don't think you can hold her responsible. It's like expecting a shark to be nice.
Oh, we don't blame her at all.
Oh, but it wasn't Enderby. If it wasn't for him, Fitz would have destroyed the country in the first week.
We don't hold the hedgehog responsible either.
Oh, good. If you don't blame Fitz, and you don't blame Enderby...
You don't honestly expect us to believe that Western democracy could be destabilized by a small pink rabbit?
You heard what happened? I was just a
You
bystander.
are the sole human being responsible for this mess.
You can't blame me! It's not fair!
You don't have to pretend with us anymore, Miss Kincaid. We all know a rabbit isn't capable of causing this much trouble. Besides, they can't even talk. Take her to Guantanamo.
Osama bin Laden has been cornered. I repeat, Osama has been cornered. You can see the caves behind me. The military trying to drive him out with what appears to be loud rock music, and then just put on a new record, which my sources tell me is Watership Down Death Ragga by Vince Buddy. And it's working! This awful music has driven out the mastermind of 9/11. And I think it can be said without fear of sounding naive that this is the end of the war on terror, and we can all go home now. That's it. That's it. Thanks to Vince Buddy.
Oh, Fitz, you look outside. There's helicopters and reporters and Fitz, I've been meaning to tell you. You see, I've been reading about diegetic sound, and I think I found a way to tell you something I couldn't tell you before. I love you. Think I kind love you. I have prickles on the outside, you have prickles within. I shine quiet, you're the one rabbit in. I love you. You know I really love you. And hopefully one day I'll find a way that maybe you will kind of love me too. And hopefully one day I will find a way that maybe you will kind of love me too.
Thanks, Enderby.
That's Enderby! My name is Enderby! Enderby!
I said Enderby.
Oh.
I was a leader, I was a queen, shortest tyrant that New Zealand's ever seen. What did I learn up on top? Evil can be upright. Evil! Evil, evil, evil. As long as you can justify it, evil can be outright. Had nothing, she was alone. All she wanted was a carrot of her own. But you learn, now you know, evil can be alright. Evil, 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 evil. As long as you can justify it, evil can be alright. Evil in the morning, evil in the evening, evil in the dead of night. Evil in the morning, evil in the evening, evil in the dead of night. As long as you can justify it, evil can be alright. So if your government tortures people under arrest,